All right, we are on chapter 31, page 304. And I'm going to play with the cameraman. Since we're one-sided, I'm going to come over here. All right, so we won't start on this side tonight. We'll start over here. How's that? Roger. Personal experiences. This is Mrs. White writing about her family, her husband, and so forth. Anyway, it's a good chapter.
Just a comment. I think it's always interesting that servants of God are not immune from personal tragedies. In the winter of 1864, my Willie was suddenly and violently brought down with lung fever. We had just buried our oldest son with this disease and were very anxious in regard to Willie, fearing that he too might die. We decided that we would not send for a physician, but do the best we could with him ourselves by the use of water and entreat the Lord in behalf of the child. We called in a few who had faith to unite their prayers with ours. We had a sweet assurance of God's presence and blessing. The next day, Willie was very sick. He was wandering. He did not seem to see or hear me when I spoke to him. His heart had no regular beat, but was in a constant agitated flutter. We continued to look to God in his behalf and to use water freely upon his head and a compress constantly upon his lungs. Soon he seemed rational as ever. He suffered severe pain in his right side and could not considerably. My husband spent much time in prayer. We left our child in careful hands that night. Before retiring, my husband prayed long and earnestly.